Morning. We are starting level changes today. Um, this is going to require a little bit of setup. So the lesson's probably going to go over 2 days at least. Um, we're going to go ahead and just make some throwaway levels for this. Some really simple, um, basically identical levels that we can transfer back and forth to. That way there isn't a bunch of other objects in the game to kind of distract you or get in the way or cause problems. So for all of us, we're going to use these empty, simple levels. So first off, let me show you what it's going to look like. So I've got a really basic level here with a doorway, um, and and so let's go ahead and watch how this works. Um, I'm in the orange room here. I'm going to go through this doorway, and then when I go past the door, I get the loading screen, and now I'm in the green room. Okay. Now if I go back through the doorway, I'm back in the orange room. So this is the basic mechanics of how this works. I'm in the green room, I go back through the doorway, and it moves me back to level 1. We're going to do a really simple, what they call a displacement level change. So it's just going to move me from one level to the other, and it's going to give me a real quick loading screen, but nothing, jarring or anything like that. It's just real quick from one level to the other. So let's get out of here. All right. So first thing I'm going to have you do is we're going to open up a new map. So I want you to go to File, New, and on your new map, I want you to take your block tool, and in the center of your map here, just make me a box, and 5,000 by 5,000 or roughly 5,000 by 5,000. Doesn't have to be super precise for what we're doing here. So I'm just going to make about a 5,000 by 5,000 by 5,000 cube. All right. I press enter. There's my cube. Let's take a look at it. All right. Looks good. As for the material, it doesn't matter. Brick, wood, whatever, doesn't matter. No sky. We're just going to make a solid block here because these are just going to be throwaway rooms for us to teleport between. So I'm going to go to my texture tool, browse. I'm just going to type in brick, and I'm just going to pick one like this one right here. Okay, so simple, nothing crazy, just regular bricks, and this one has a little detail on it, so it doesn't matter. All right, now I'm going to show you how to make this hollow very quickly. Now normally we don't use this trick that I'm going to show you for making a level because it can get you off grid, which what I mean is your walls or your floor could be in between grid lines, and it'll make your furniture and stuff either float above the floor or be partly into the floor. So the trick I'm going to show you right now for making this box hollow is not the normal way you're always going to create skyboxes and stuff. So I know some of you are probably going to do it, and you're going to have floating furniture when you do it. But nonetheless, for this lesson, it's a really easy, quick way to do this. So I'm going to take my selection tool, grab the block. I'm going to go to my two-dimensional view. I'm going to right-click, select Make Hollow. For the wall thickness, I like to use 8. Click OK. And now, if you go inside here, we just created this great big hollow empty box. All right. Now in the center of this box, I want you to put an info player start. Okay. So huge box. Here's my Gordon right here in the center. All right. Now go ahead and test run it. Make sure it works. So I'm going to save this as level 1. I'm going to call it level A actually because I've already got a level 1. So I'm going to call this level A. Save. Compile. Good deal. So here I am inside level A. Looks good, floor's good, I'm able to walk around. I'm going to go ahead and quit out of there. Alright, now I'm going to create another level. So I'm going to click File, New, same thing. Take a block, roughly 5,000 by 5,000. And it doesn't have to be exact because these are just rooms for us to play around with. So if you don't get it exactly 5,000 by 5,000, it's not going to hurt anything. Give it a material. So I'm going to give this a different brick. Selection tool. Okay, so here's my giant brick box. Selection tool, click on it, over here, right click, make hollow, wall thickness of 8, click OK, go inside of it, drop in a player start, and then we're going to go ahead and run this one. So I'm going to run the map. It's going to ask me to save it. This is going to be level B. And notice no spaces in the names, okay? We're still having some people put spaces in the names of these, and it doesn't work. It won't run the map, and it certainly won't level change between it. So I've got level A and level B, no spaces in those names. I click save, and I'm going to go ahead and let it run. And we're going to test it to make sure that it's a good viable level. Alright, let's see, looks good. I can run around, different room, good. Let me go ahead and quit. Alright, so now I have level A and level B. Up in the corner here, you'll notice there's a little restore down, minimize, and close buttons. There's actually two sets. This is for hammer, this is for the level. So I've actually got two levels open right now. I've got level A right here, and then I've also got level B right here. Alright, so this is going to let me work on both levels at the same time. So what I would like you to do for today is simply create level A, level B, and then in your floor space here, in front of the player. Okay, so here's my player. I would like you to just simply create a doorway. Okay, nothing extravagant, nothing super complicated. I don't even want a door on it. I just want you to create a doorway. Okay, like I'm going to do right here. Just a really simple doorway. And I want you to create that doorway on both levels. So we have the exact same doorway on both levels. I don't care if you use the same materials or not. I don't care if they look exactly the same. But I just want a doorway that's similar on both levels. Alright, so here's my B doorway, and what we're going to do is make it so when you walk through this, it goes to level A, and when you come back through it, it takes you back to level B. Alright, and that should be enough to get us started for today. So your assignment today is to create level A, level B, and then put a little archway, doorway kind of structure on both of the levels, like I've built right here. And send me a screenshot of both levels opened up on your map, kind of tiled like this, so I can see the names, level A, level B, and then kind of position it so I would be able to see your two archways on both of the levels. Alright, so one screenshot, and I want you to tile your levels in such a way that I'm able to see both of the little archways. And then tomorrow we'll put in all of the trigger components that cause the level change to happen. All right, so today you're making level A, level B, you're saving them both, and then you're building a little archway in both of them. We're going to go through the archway to go to one level, we're going to come back through the archway to go back to the other level. All right, and that should be it for today's screenshot, and then tomorrow we'll put in all the entities that control this.